Twice you a newcomer. I'm a certified stunner. Back when I was young and too brave, knew my arm was too short to box with guy, but through phase. Had to strategize, now I beat the block a few ways. Throw a punchline, jab, pop, weed. I pin a right hook, that's they can't evade. JD can punch me in from right here. Type of hit you can't stage. Punch me in again. Go left, I'm Southpaw trains.
K Sports presents the NBA. Monday Night Basketball is coming right up. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. Alongside tonight, Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. With Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Daniels from outside. Brooklyn with the rebound. And how about the emergence, Stan, of Dyson Daniels as an elite wing defender?
Yeah, look, Kevin, I think what happened with Dyson Daniels is he just got a chance to step into more playing time, and as he got that consistent time, he showed that he's not only one of the best defenders in this league, but he's got more offensive skill than people thought he had also.
A powerful finisher, Oubre Jr. You deserve to get dunked on when you let him get inside.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. There's the drive. Here's KD. And the layup's good off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Making it look easy. Mobley using that size at the rim.
Outside, KD. Here's Malawat. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Hits it from three-point range.
The Aussie Daniels finding his stroke from three.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Well, Jordy Fernandez and I got a chance to talk for a bit. We discussed Evan Mobley and how we wanted to defend him coming into this matchup. He said, quote, to make him settle for jumpers, we don't want him getting easy buckets or deep inside positioning. That's when you get into trouble. We'll see how good the resilience is against him tonight. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Pass to Durant. And it's Reza Shea with the rebound. Here's Atlanta. On the wing, Bain. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Oubre.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Back to Daniels. Just 5 to shoot. With the drive. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Flashing his athleticism there. I like when Daniels goes right at the rim. Well, you can't play better defense than that, patrolling that mid-range area.
The three. Another three for Atlanta.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. is flushed down with a nice jam.
Well, Daniels is a tall guard. He can get up with the best of them.
And so it's Daniels who brings up the ball for the Hawks. They lead by 7. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Pass to Malawach. Back to Castle. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Outside, KD. Trying to end the drought. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
And that one's good. Daniels.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range. Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Textbook. Nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Pass to KD. Shoots the 3. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3. And no questioning the greatness of Kevin Durant. But, Greg, trying to get back into championship contention.
Yeah, and since his 2 titles with the Warriors, disappointment with the Nets and Suns, can he get a shot at another ring? Such a unique player. Kevin Durant, pure shooter, incredibly skilled.
All at nearly 7 feet tall. And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
And he dumps it down.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, they've come out with more energy and effort, and that's reflected in the score.
And that's a scary sight for the defense. The last thing you want is for Durant to find his rhythm from downtown.
Here's Newell. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
And so it's Atlanta going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Back to the action in just a minute. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Hawks.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Chalk up 2 there.
Daniels using that vision.
Here's Washington. Here he goes. And then Washington with the dunk.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Knipple with the bucket. Stan, teams track different officiating crews, don't they, and how they tend to call the game.
Yeah, they do, Kevin, and there are some organizations who do it more than others. I'm not a fan of it myself because I think it puts your players' focus on the officials and takes away from focusing on what they're supposed to be doing on the court. So I'm not a big fan of it.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks. Those who worked with Nets coach Jordi Fernandez rave about his people skills. He said, quote, "Am I very good at it? I don't know, but I try because I think it's important. When you have that relationship, especially in the tough moments, is when you can break through and be successful. Without it, it's tough, so you try to build it." Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Pass to Bain. And that one, good. Bain's got his first basket of the night.
Yeah, Bain is a talented scorer. Not just a perimeter threat, he's also capable of finishing inside.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Boozer. Drains it from beyond the arc. Boozer's got the lead up to 12 now for the Hawks.
Defensively, if you're going to disrupt his rhythm, you have to put more pressure.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Over to the left wing. Pass to Shannon. There's a screen. Shoots over Knippel. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. Over in the corner, Washington. Atlanta with the rebound. Pass to De Silva. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Boozer goes in. Up and in on the layup. Boozer's got 5 points now in the quarter. Nets trailed by 12. To the left wing. And that one is stuffed right through.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Pass to Embiid. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
A minute 42 left in the first half. Now Knippel. And Knippel slams it in.
Hey, that's fierce. Throwing it down over the larger defender.
To the inside. Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
And seeing a guy as big as Embiid being so fluid in terms of his movement, jaw-dropping. And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Whoa, just climbing the ladder for that 360. Stupendous hop.
Yeah, Greg, he was sky high on that finish. Down low. The kick out to Boozer. Pass to Bates. Drills it from outside. Bates has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Drives to the hoop.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Outside Boozer. Back to Embiid. Takes a three. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Atlanta leading by 9. Well, Greg, we know at his peak, Joel Embiid, one of the elite two-way. Centers to ever play in the NBA.
The former league MVP, but when you weigh close to 300 pounds and move like he did, not entirely surprising that his lower extremities took a toll.
You can call Dyson Daniels a 6'8" point guard. He is great handling the ball, and let me tell you, hold on!
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. To the paint. Lets the three fly. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Daniels has got the lead up to 12 now for the Hawks. Pass to Durant. And there's the call on Rizachet. That'll be his second foul of the game. Second half rolling along now. About a minute play here.
And you know Mobley was in that shooter's head. Evan, as good as they come defensively.
Pass to Newell. And here's Daniels. They set the pick. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. You can't make it that obvious.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And the Nets miss again.
They've had a quiet start to this half, hitting just one of their first 4 attempts.
On the wing, Daniels. Left side, Bain. The three. Brooklyn with the rebound. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. Pass to KD. Durant driving the lane.
It just moves so fluidly for a guy his size. Durant is an absolute terror to defend on the drive.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thank you. Well, Desmond Bain, a deadly floor spacer, but he said, I have to be respected in a lot of different ways. Don't pigeonhole me into just being a catch-and-shoot guy or a movement shooter. I can score the ball in a variety of ways and do multiple things on the court. Back to you guys.
A lot for sure in his bag. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Rizachet in the corner. Lets it go with the three. Malawach grabs the miss.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt. And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Pass to Embiid. Here's Shannon. Launches it. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Shannon's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now, Castle. Back to Durant. From downtown. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Here's De Silva. And again, Atlanta with the triple.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.